Good. All right. Okay, so we're going to look at this these set of attacks. The set of attacks from the guard. I've got his head. Move my hips to the left so I can get the angle for my underhook. All right. I can go to just palm to palm around the underhook to really control that shoulder and pull it close to me. All right, and then I can kind of string this up to here, turn away and shrug my shoulder in, push my shoulder in, the arm falls off, but immediately I've got to grab his head. I could have also had this grip from the start and also shrugged it off and his arm falls to the side. This effectively puts me outside of his arm where I can grab his lat, I can move my hips out and climb on his back, hit the wrist as well, hook in, or if climbing that high is for some reason difficult, I can grab the wrist with my left arm, grab his lat, slide away, pull him into me, and then he just rolls into me. It forces him to do a rollout. I can wrap the arm. This is a fast forward review of things we already did today, but we're going to get into some other things that I'll get into more detail. I grab his wrist. I've got to raise him up so that there's a space under here for me to dive for this leg and hook it. And then I can throw my leg and send it into a roll here. I keep a hold of this wrist and this leg throughout the whole roll. This connects us. This is an important part of rolling with sweeps, is that you've got to feel that the two of you are one unit, like two halves of a wheel, or in this case, sort of an oblong boulder or an egg, the way you tend to roll. But you have to stay connected to him so that as he goes over, he brings you up on top. You got to hitch a ride to the top. All right. But there's something, let's move a little bit that way. When you're out to the side, let's assume I'm already here. I had this opportunity to grab this wrist and then grab my own wrist. And now, he can't get that free, but also this extra grip here enables me to pull him close to me. And what I'm going to do is I bring my knee through, and for the moment, I'll let this go. And I'll grab his wrist. So I've got this arm wrapped, and I've got his wrist here. And what happens is, when I pull it tight like that, one of two things will happen. When I let it go, it'll spring away, and my leg can go over, which I'm going to set up a triangle. But another interesting thing is it bends his elbow. Okay, so when I bend his elbow, I can then slip it in and set it over easily. All right, so this is subtle, but it's really the way that you can get his arm inside your legs. I have him here, initially was here, locking him tightly, hips out to the side. I pull this one out, and I bring my knee through, but I'm holding it, all right? If I feel that he's really pulling it away, I let it go, and then this leg goes over, and then I'm setting up a triangle. Go here, I moved out to the side, shrug this off. I grab the wrist, grab my own wrist. Guard is closed. Now notice, this hand comes out, my knee comes through, and this bends his arm against my leg. When his arm is bent, it's easy just to slip it under and set it over. All right, once it's outside, now I'm rotating for my triangle. Okay? You're practically there because his arm is already across. One of the things you have to fight for in most cases to finalize a triangle is already there. His arm is across because you wrapped it around his neck. I already had it here. All right? When you're further up on me, this is where you are. Okay? So here, I bend his arm, and then I just slip his hand inside and set it over. Okay? Once I get my ankles crossed, I can move my hips and rotate, let that go, and finish it. But I've got his arm across already. Another way to do it, which I often use, is once I had his arm across and I grab this, I bring my knee through and then I just put my foot on the floor and start to move my hip out until, you see, my knee points in, my foot is on the outside. All right, and then it can sit over. All right, let's stop. So here, I put my foot on the floor. Your arm can stay wherever it wants to. But I move my hip out until my foot circles outside, and then watch what happens. I let go of this wrist, and my leg is already in this position sealing against his neck. The arm is there, okay?